uniform. I thought because we were playing OPT4, so I was. But yeah, I don't remember.
Good chance I was drunk too.
No,
Being
yeah,
in Germany, man. Germany was awesome. I was just drinking all the
Midday.
time. I didn't work a lot either.
No.
But no, yeah, I finally, after my first deployment, getting in a little bit of trouble, worked myself back up, T4 promotable. Then we geared up for a 9-month deployment. We left sometime in July. I don't remember exact date. I know I was only there for about 28 days, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, because, no, I was there when it happened, and you didn't message me. I think Jess messaged me and let me know what happened. So, and then I was telling you about guard mount, like roll call. They kind of give you like a update of what happened in the AO. And then like an overall, like what happened in the country. So you can kind of be on the lookout. Now, we flew into Kandahar. When we flew in, we were walking on the flight line, again, September 11th, and there's a whole C-130 full of civilians. We got off, and somebody at the terminal building was like, hurry up, get in here. We just got rocketed, which I guess is pretty normal.
Yeah.
We were kind of hunkered down in the terminal, which is kind of shitty to begin with. And somebody's like, look, man, I don't think anything's going on. This is like an hour and a half later. I'm going to go find, like, the lodging area. He walked out, and, like, the boardwalk, there's just, like, people walking around playing soccer, and I was like, oh, it's not locked down.
There's a little hockey rink for the Canadians.
And we're like, we just sat in the terminal for an hour and a half, because somebody's like, we just got rocketed, and I was like, these guys are over here playing soccer, and I'm like...
Yeah, they probably didn't even stop playing soccer. Sirens going off there, whatever. Because them rockets were, whatever, they're coming in, but... They're not accurate. They might hit it in the base. They might not hit, but it all depends on how long they're in country, too, because when you're first in country, you're like, oh, shit, I'm getting rocketed.
Right,
but then towards the end, you're like, whatever.
Yeah. Funny you said that. It's like name tape defilade. I used to have the iPod Nano, and I put one ear pod, usually in the direction the convoy was moving. But I put my earbuds in, and only in one ear, and I would listen to Sublime while I was in the turret, like on the back half of my deployment. I don't know if my team knew, but I just sit there and rock out to Sublime, and you didn't care. I mean, there was like no like chicken cage over us or nothing like that. You're just standing. Yeah, that whole like sitting down. I wanted to be able to see shit.
Yeah, because if your name tape defilade, then on mine it like you had that little bullet shield or whatever. And so I'm like this, trying to look over, and I can't see shit. Like, because I'm stretched out, I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, fuck this. I bump up.
And did you guys have that little strap that you sat on, or did you just stay? I don't know how the strikers work.
Our seat was like, I remember having to adjust it with my foot. Like there's a little lever I could kick with my foot, and it slide me up and down.
Okay.
So I had to stand.
Yeah.
Well, me, like I could bring it all the way up and sit down on my hatch.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I don't know, I'm up there. And that's what I would do. I just sit down on top of the striker, pretty much with my gun right there, just doing my little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, we had to stand the whole time. And now the guys that were on the Cavalries, they had the little strap seat because apparently they're going to be up there more than us, this and the other thing.
That shit just cuts circulation off to your legs after like an hour, if not even an hour.
Because I got a little platform probably about that big around to put both my feet on.
Yeah.
And for hours on end, standing there. No.
Yeah, I'd lean back up against the turret hatch and put my arms up on the side. But yeah. Listen to Sublime or whatever the fuck, but yeah, I just remember specifically Sublime. I listened to Garden Grove.
I got a hold of my commo guy. Well, this is actually my first deployment before it was the same one that got shot. He showed me how to hook up to the intercom system. Yeah. So I could hook my iPod to the system and everybody could hear it.
Yeah.
So we used to roll around just listening to everybody's music, this and that and the other thing. Now, whenever somebody keyed over the radio, it shut it off.
Yeah.
But half the time we couldn't even talk to each other because we're just blasting, jamming out, just doing our thing. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, but I mean, I kept one out so in case anybody inside the MRAP or inside the Humvee. Yeah. But at the end, I was just so ready to go home. I just didn't fucking care. Like nothing you're saying down there is gonna. I can see.
I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I got there September 2012. In the Kandahar, and I got to see the boardwalk. And I mean, I didn't stay at Kandahar long. I got a TGIF, and then I went to Leatherneck. I thought you messaged me saying that you were on your way.
Yeah, well, depending on what time you're there, because I got there July 13.
Yep,
2013. You're still there?
Yeah, I didn't leave until December 2013.
No, then you were there for the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, I got there because we went right back into CAF, flew in there, and then just outside of CAF was what, Lindsay?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know that. That's where we were stationed, and we weren't doing infantry shit at all. Not even a little bit. We were log pack. Some other base needed some fucking gear, or people need to get back and forth, and we were running back and forth.
No shit.
Yeah. I think it was. I know I was only there like 28 days total, and I wasn't supposed to go out that day. Remember that? It was my day off. Like, all excited about it. I'm not gonna do shit besides just sit in my room anyway.
Yeah.
And then one of my privates comes screaming back down to my room, Sergeant Moose, because my nickname in the Army was Moose. So they called me Sergeant Moose. Sergeant Moose, you gotta get your shit on. Let's go. Grabbed my gear, ran down to, what do we call it? I don't know what the hell we call it anymore. Our little area that we geared up to leave. Forgot my dog tags. Still like half dressed, like looked like a total shit bag. But they needed another sergeant to TC a vehicle, and I was put in this FMTV.
Okay, yeah.
Just me and the driver. Never met this driver before. We're just driving around. We're going to drop some supplies off at another fob. Get out the gate. That airplane. If you leave CAF, you got the big airplane.
No, I only flew in and flew out. So
you never drove out?
No.
They got, at the end of the road there, before you hit the highway, they got some old-ass airplane from, like, the Cold War or whatever.
Okay.
And then a couple tanks. I remember always looking at them. Well, we hit the left, and some SF vehicle. Well, we didn't know it was SF, but there's one MRAP rolled over. Like, what the hell is an MRAP doing? Like, all by itself. So we hop out. Platoon sergeant hops out, and he starts losing his shit. I don't know what the fuck he's saying, because I'm inside the vehicle. He's screaming. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're saying. He ends up hopping back in his vehicle, gets on the radio, says, people are hurt, got to call in medevac, set up security perimeter. So we all set up security perimeter, and I was tasked to pull up right next to the vehicle so we could unload shit. That's when we find out who it was. It was some SF unit. They were just being dumbasses coming back from a mission, going as fast as they can, hit the side of the road, and end up rolling their vehicle. No purpose behind it at all. They rolled over probably 2 minutes before we got there. And it was right up in some, what do we call it, bazaar.
Okay, yeah.
Like their little shops or whatever.
Yeah.
Right up on the building. And called in medevac because the gunner, he didn't drop down fast enough. Ended up losing his hand. Everybody that was still in the vehicle was still kind of like shocked that they rolled over. Like, what the hell were you guys doing? Like, you think you're fucking hot shit, you just do whatever the hell you want. But I don't know if you remember the roads over there. Like, you got the hard balls, and then if you got off of it, it was like a good 3-4 inch drop onto the dirt. Well, I guess the driver went off and tried correcting, hit that little lip, and dude, they rolled for a good 200 some feet. Just fucking rolling.
How fast were they going?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell were you guys doing?
Yeah.
Then we had 3 or 4 strikers. They pulled their security. We couldn't do any kind of security to our left because that's where all the buildings were. We could only get at either ends of them. And then they told me to pull up. And we're doing our thing. We unloaded their stuff on my truck because I was empty. A bunch of C4, this, that, and the other thing, whatever they had. I mean, we were there forever. Forever. Trying to get a hold of somebody to come get the truck. And it was dick measuring contest. Whose dick's bigger to come get the truck? Like, are they responsible or are we responsible?
Because nobody wants to do it.
Yeah. I remember I stopped the convoy. Like, I didn't even care. Like, I seen a wrecker coming through, some mechanics. I stopped the motherfuckers. Said, that wrecker's empty. Pull it the fuck over here and get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah.
And I think if the situation would have played out different, I probably would have got screamed at for it. But the way it ended up, I didn't get in any trouble. Finally got them to actually come over and do it. And I was tasked to pull, I was looking at down this little alleyway or whatever. Because I was on the ground at that time. I had my little radio. My captain was with us. And he wanted to talk to my platoon sergeant, which was in his vehicle. I'm like, well, go get a radio, sir. I'm pulling security. Give me your fucking radio, Moose. So I stood up, turned around, gave my radio, and next thing I know, I'm flying through the air.